Good morning. Hiking with Jenny on the Appalachian Trail, day 2. Just started out of Hightower Gap. Today gonna hike 10 something miles to Woody Gap. Brian just dropped me off. Had a really nice birthday yesterday at the cabin, and we went into Dahlonega. We're still trying to figure out how that's pronounced, but it was a really cute kind of country western town. We ate at a Cajun restaurant and we got ice cream. It was really nice. The drive to get there though, woo, lots. Actually, this whole area has a lot of windy roads, so Brian had a lot of fun with that. Looks like we got some elevation to do today. Not a ton, but definitely more than yesterday. Although the mileage is going to be a little bit more. Not sure if we're going to see any views today because of this fog and rain. But it's kind of nice. I know it's only been a day, but I'm really enjoying Georgia so far. It just has this kind of, I don't know, old-fashioned sort of vibe to it. Everyone calls you ma'am or sir or whatever, and everyone seems very hospitable, I guess. The weather has been nice. Like, highs in the 50s and 60s, lows not really going below freezing. The terrain has been nothing too difficult so far. That might change today, I hear. I'll have some bigger climbs ahead. It's like a little bit more rocky today. I might change my mind later and be regretting that I said all that. Feeling good today. I did have a little soreness in my hips. I stretched them pretty good, which helped. And now that I'm moving, it's not really bothering me. That could change when I start to go up again. Other than that, doing okay, feeling okay. Mood is still high. It's a nice flat piece of trail here. The fog, I think the fog makes it really pretty and mystical. So one thing I didn't realize about these roads in Georgia is that a lot of the early gaps are kind of like, they're all along the same windy dirt road, which the Appalachian Trail kind of parallels. So as we were driving to the cabin yesterday, we passed like 3 or 4 gaps. So that was pretty cool. So as I hike, I'm actually getting closer to where we're staying, so that when Brian picks me up today, it'll be a much shorter drive, and at that point I won't be on that windy dirt road anymore. I'll be on a windy paved road. But that really made me appreciate all the shuttle drivers and people who pick hikers up at the trailheads and everything, because that drive is not easy. It's very narrow, and then there's like a kind of a sheer drop off to the side, and also hard to see when someone's coming because it's so windy, and days like this, foggy. All you can see is fog down there. Really cool effect. Fog all around, really. So I just ran into Pacemaker and Buttons. They have a YouTube channel of their own, and they actually started the same day as me yesterday. So it was really cool meeting them. Also, I think I just summited a mountain. I don't know what it is. I think that I was expecting to climb Sassafras Mountain at some point, so I don't know if that was it. It's still going strong. It's a bit windy today, so it makes it a little cooler, but since I'm moving, I don't really feel cold or anything. But it makes me want to keep hiking, not sit down for long periods of time. Check out the fog. Couldn't even see the white blaze across the road here. Imagine driving down this. Can't even see where you're going. I love walking through this forest. Just kind of gradual, up and down, open trees. Kind of reminds me of the Monadnock Sunapee Greenway in New Hampshire, because it's got the white blazes too, and it's a little bit more gradual like this, and then there's some rocky parts, but just like the open woods kind of reminds me of that. Check this out. This is so cool. Just walking along this little ridge, trees. What a cool walk. Coming up to Just Us Creek. This is the first water source, and I think they said like 6 miles, but I'm still doing pretty good for water. Filled up at the cabin, so I'm just gonna cross. Decided this was as good place as any to take a break. So I'm sitting here by the creek, gonna enjoy some snacks and just rest my legs for a little bit, because I am almost halfway through the day. I think I've gone 5.5 miles, and then I have something like 6 to go. So it's a bit longer than I said it was gonna be, but I'm still doing good. Just gonna use this as my lunch break and enjoy the nice river, creek. This is cool Rodden Tunnel. Woody Gap, 3.6. Ha ha. And we just passed Gooch Gap. So we're still making pretty good time. 3.6 miles to go, and it's just before 2:30. I told Brian 4 o'clock. It might be a little bit over that, but not by too much. Looks like a nice campsite. And normally, I think you'd have a pretty nice view here. Not today, though. And we still have 2 miles to go. Just summited Ramrock Mountain, and I'm headed down toward Woody Gap. Got a little less than 1.5 miles to go, and pretty excited. It was a good chunk of miles there. Good workout. And the fog never went away. still been like this pretty much all day. Thankfully, it hasn't really rained much. Just a few drips here and there, but not enough to soak through or anything. So I'd taken my rain gear off because I was warm. I haven't really needed it. So I did kind of a dumb thing, and I had my leftover shrimp po' boy from last night in the fridge that I was gonna have for lunch today, and I forgot it. So all I have today for snacks are a Kind bar, some dried apricots, a fruit smoothie, and a mandarin orange. So hopefully that'll be enough to get me through the day. And then once I get picked up, I can have an actual meal. All right, headed down to Woody Gap. Made pretty good time. I'd say fairly accurate in my estimate that I would get done at 4. It's 4:08 right now, so by the time I get down there, I'll be just 10 minutes late. Not super big deal. I hear voices, but I see nothing because of the fog. It's so eerie.